What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So over the past couple of days, I've been getting a lot of questions down in the comment section below. Now, first off, I just want to thank you guys for commenting, but one of the main questions is stimulus checks, yes or no? And it's very difficult to answer that question because as of right now, the answer is no. There are no stimulus checks included into the next infrastructure packages, neither the $1.2 or the $3.5 trillion infrastructure bills. However, lawmakers are adamant that they are going to put it into one of these packages, and it would most likely be that $3.5 trillion bill, which is also known as the next stimulus package. However, and I want to bring this up because it's more of a warning, going back to the reports I did yesterday and even this morning, people are being scammed. People are actually being scammed out of $700 of their hard-earned money. According to multiple reports and comments that I've received down in the comment section below, people are being sent messages on Facebook and saying that they can get their $7,000 stimulus check expedited. So they don't have to wait until Thursday to get it. They can get it today and yesterday. Now, this was originally from, I think, some news report from the U.S. Sun or something like that. Don't go there; it's obviously fake news. But I just wanted to tell you kind of where it's coming, where everything's coming from. But right now, there's no fourth stimulus check included into this next infrastructure package. Okay, there's been talks of possibly seeing a fourth stimulus check in a standalone bill, but that creates many other issues as well. Because there's no standalone bill that's going to pass this far into the pandemic that's going to get at least 10 Republicans on board. It's just not going to happen. But I'll address that in a minute. So, just understand the news of this $7,000 stimulus check that's coming on Thursday on August 19th, that's fake news. It's false. It's not happening. Do not fall for it. Now, even though this specific check is fake news, there is some rumors out there, many reports, stating that Democrats are working together to try to bring a fourth stimulus check to the American people in the next infrastructure package. That is that $3.5 trillion bill. Many Democrats say that with COVID cases going up, another round of payments must be included in the next infrastructure package. And I hope it is. I hope there's something included because I do know that many low-income earners are really struggling. The middle income earners and the high net worth individuals, they're having a great time because right now assets just keep going up. Real estate's more expensive. Cars are more expensive. Stocks, well, except for this week, we're going up. So things are looking pretty good for people that have assets. Now, one thing I want you to keep in mind is that many progressives want to see this payment, this stimulus check, as a monthly check, a monthly payment. They want to see this go on for about 1 year. However, according to a few Senate aides, they would accept something a little bit less. So probably either a smaller amount or less months. So instead of a full 12 months, possibly 3 to 6 months worth of payments. But again, that's really up in the air because that turns into something that's very expensive. And right now, the federal government doesn't have the funds to actually pass something like that. But according to a few reports, progressives want to ensure a guaranteed income so that Americans don't experience more anxiety or depression in these troubling times. And I don't know about you, but over the past year, have you experienced much depression or anxiety? Because a lot of people have. A lot of people have experienced this, whether it's to a greater extent or just mildly. People have experienced anxiety and depression, especially younger children as well, that have been cooped up or haven't been able to actually see and visit their friends and family. It's turning into a major issue. But what I can tell you is right now there's plenty of lawmakers as well that are in support of additional stimulus checks. However, two moderate Senate Democrats actually openly said that they oppose additional stimulus in the infrastructure package. And those two Senate Democrats are Senator Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema. Now, even though these two made these statements, publicly, one thing that we know is that stimulus, according to these two, they say stimulus doesn't have a place in the infrastructure bill. However, according to a few aides, they are saying they never said that stimulus doesn't have a place in the economy. okay? But it doesn't have a place in this infrastructure package. Now, I just want to put that out there because Joe Manchin actually says something that contradicts this. I'll bring that up in a minute. But keep in mind that a standalone bill, okay, even though we could pass this, separately from the infrastructure bill, which has been talked about, many say that it's pointless to address a standalone bill because there's no way they could get 10 Republicans on board in order to pass this. So the only way this would actually pass is through a budget reconciliation, which Democrats only have one more of this year. They will have more next year, but that is something that we're not even looking forward to. That is something that many Democrats say it's going to be almost impossible to pass any bills next year because of the midterm elections. But again, we will see what happens there. Now, right now, the only real stimulus, according to many, is the child tax credit payments. That's the only thing that has the ability to get extended, according to most reports. Now, I wanted to bring this up because Joe Manchin somewhat contradicts what these aides were saying, because Joe Manchin says he doesn't want to see this extended through 2025, and his exact statement was, "I am done with extensions. The economy is coming back." So, Joe Manchin is saying the economy's coming back. If the economy's coming back, the aide that was saying, hey, he doesn't oppose stimulus checks in general, he just opposes it in the infrastructure bill. Well, Joe Manchin says the economy's coming back. If the economy's coming back, then why would he want to give additional stimulus checks to the American people? It's probably not going to happen. But what we are hearing from a few reports is that Joe Manchin is easily bought. He's easily swayed. Joe Manchin was easily swayed in the American Recovery Plan when he got a little bit more for his state. In exchange for that, he pretty much just said, well, let's take the $400 per week unemployment benefits, let's bring that down to $300 per week. He also made it harder for people that make more money to actually get a stimulus check of $1,400. So there's some issues there. He also extended the unemployment benefits an additional 1 week instead of it expiring on, I think, August 29th. So he did have some pull there. However, what these reports are saying is that Joe Manchin can easily be bought. And he was easily bought when he accepted and agreed to pass that $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. And in exchange, all he asked was, hey, let's give my wife's commission an additional $1 billion, which is exactly what they did. I think it was the Appalachian Regional Commission. And that's, I think her name's Gail Manchin. She actually is one of the people on the board. So we'll see what happens there. But again, that's passed through the Senate, hasn't actually passed through the House. So again, things could ultimately change. Now, here's something else I want to bring to your attention. Reports over the past couple of weeks are saying that right now, the economy has reached a turning point. Joe Manchin stated the economy is coming back, so we don't need extensions. But the reports are actually indicating that that's not the case. We are now experiencing a slow in our economic growth, and because of that, multiple lawmakers, and these are mainly progressives, are saying we need to come back strong, we need to provide more to the American people, and yes, infrastructure must be passed. But at the same time, progressives are telling Nancy Pelosi we're not going to support the $1.2 trillion infrastructure package if they don't, or mainly moderates, do not support and help us pass the $3.5 trillion stimulus package, because not only do we need infrastructure to create an even better economy years down the road, we need to ensure that our economy today stays strong. So these two go hand in hand, which is one of the reasons why Nancy Pelosi wants to make sure these two bills pass at the exact same time, not one and then the other. So we'll see. We also know that in the United States, roughly 10% of all U.S. households do not have enough food to eat. This is turning into a big issue. This is one of the reasons why many lawmakers wanted to see an extension of that 15% boost to the SNAP benefit program. However, yesterday, President Biden and the Biden administration approved the biggest increase to SNAP benefits. This is going to impact about 42 million Americans. And what we are hearing is our recent study shows that 88% of SNAP recipients can't afford a healthy diet, which is one of the reasons why the SNAP benefit program is going to see its largest increase. we're going to see an increase of about 25%. And according to multiple reports, recipients are going to receive an additional $36 per month per person as a boost. That is big. It's going to go from about $121 per month to about, or actually $131 per month to about $157. So we'll see what happens there. In other news from today, Texas Governor Greg Abbott has actually tested positive for COVID. His office stated that even though he's fully against mask and vaccine mandates, he has been fully vaccinated and is currently taking Regeneron's monoclonal antibody treatment in order to get better. They also state that he has absolutely no symptoms. He does get tested every single day. He was at a public indoor event last night, and so they are worried about that, and people have been notified. So we'll see what happens there. But he is one of those that has been pushing for no mask mandates. He was actually banning mask mandates. So this could ultimately change things. However, many experts believe it's not going to do a thing. We also know that as of today, the beginning of New York City's vaccine mandate started. This means that as of today, you must show proof of vaccination in order to enter bars, restaurants, movie theaters, concerts, sporting events, zoos, gyms, pools, coffee shops, arcades, casinos, and so much more. And the mayor has stated that he is certain that this move is going to force more people to go and get vaccinated. And so because of this, what they're saying is that many populated cities are going to watch this and determine the fate of their own city and whether or not they should take this and use this for their own sake. In New York City, if we see success here from this mandate and this move, then according to multiple experts, they anticipate many cities are going to follow suit very soon. So if you have not been vaccinated and you live in a very populated city, this could be potential for you. If you live in a state like Florida or Texas, it's probably not going to happen. However, if you live in California, maybe even Washington State, Democratic states, chances are there's a higher possibility that this could happen. So just keep that in mind. But that's what we know right now. As always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on and fill you in all the latest news and updates. Again, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. Also, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.